afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we've got one that is completely out of my wheelhouse. I got this off of a site called Bomb USB, BOMBUSBEE. This is hopefully a Captain America 6-inch style figure. Saw somebody, I want to say like Toy Hoarders Anonymous or one of the toy groups like that. Someone was like, I had to take a chance on this, got it, and they seemed to have liked it. Didn't really look up much more than that. I've been craving a 6-inch scale Captain did I say Captain America? Sorry, Captain Planet, and hopefully this is what that is, but I wanted to go ahead and kind of give you a look at how it shipped. This is direct from China with a stop off in apparently California to get a new shipping label put on, and here it is. So packed pretty good, I would say. But yeah, I mean, the time-wise was not too bad. It was about I don't know, 3 weeks to get it here from order to delivery, so not too bad. But I am going to go ahead and crack this open. I'm going to try to be as thorough with the review as I can, as this is a very different toy company that I have never used before and not really familiar with. So I'm going to try to be as thorough as I can without making this video be too awful long. But I am going to go ahead and open this offline, and if I have any problems, we'll talk about that when we get there. Wish me luck. Alright, we got Captain Planet out of his cardboard wrapping. Definitely was in there nice and snug. And then inside we find it in a bubble wrap, so pretty good there. It looks like we can just push this out of the bubble wrap, so we will try to do that. Save on trying to chop this up and cutting the tape and all that kind of stuff, so let's see if we can get it out. If not, we will have to go the old-fashioned route, which we will have to do, so let's go ahead and just do that. But yeah, I've been wanting Super 7 to do this, and I guess whatever this BUMUSB company, I'll put a link in there in the video description. But here we go. Feels pretty good, has a little weight to it, so I'm okay with that. But looks good, very 90s. Have a look at the packaging here. Captain Planet looking pretty nice there. Nice bubble, nice Captain Planet foundation at the top. Looks like we have some rings. Didn't know that we did get that, so that's a nice little touch. Little artwork there on the side. 1/12 action figure. I want you to save the planet. All that good stuff. Power Edition Ultimate. So I guess that's what we got here. Your Power, Earth's Future. Looks like you got 2 different rings, and maybe you can change the stones or something. I guess we'll figure that out. Faithfully reconstructed from the original 1990s animation cells, every contour echoes the hero's legacy down to the iris printed Planeteer's Pledge manual hidden in the collector's grade box lining. Oh, okay, so maybe that's going on inside, but I guess we'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and do this together, shall we? Oh man, I hope this is good. I don't remember how much this was. It wasn't too bad. I think it was less than a Super 7 Ultimate, so that's very nice. Price-wise, I think that was, including shipping, was less than an Ultimate, so very good there. We do have some options here. Looks like we have 4 replaceable face shapes, so got that going on there. Ring icons, yep, so you can change the different ring icons, and interchangeable hands going there. And the platform can store hand-shaped and ring replacement parts. Huh, okay, so that's interesting. Definitely have to check that out. Let's get all our lighting squared away here. It does come, oh, okay, I like that. It is truly a base and a storage. So let's see how this works here. Oh wow, look at that. Okay. So there's your stickers, your little hands with the little hand holders. Very cool there. Looks like these are just stickers, so I don't really know that they're too interchangeable. You can kind of see there, you got your heart, your wind, your water, and your fire emblems going on there. But the stand is really cool. I do like the extra hands that you get here and how they do go on this little kind of a hand rack, I guess. We'll take care of that. And then a action figure display stand there, which we'll do at the end of the video when we do our how we're going to display them. But we'll set that off to the side. And let's get into the figure himself. Alright, let's go ahead and tilt this up just a smidge. He is kind of a taller figure. We taped in anywhere. Bubble is broke right there, so that's just worth noting. Not the end of the world. It wasn't even noticeable in the package. This plastic shell is definitely pretty snug. Alright, got that off. It does have a extra plastic protective layer going there at the top. Got our rings. Let's set those rings to the side. Got our extra face plates here at the bottom. Shake those guys out. Definitely strange looking guys there. And I think we're going to slide right out. Yeah, we slide right out. Alright. Let's get into Captain Planet. We're not even going to mess with those. Let's look at the rings. We do have the 2 rings here. The silver ring. Looks like maybe this just opens up. Hard to tell. Some sort of locking mechanism here to get... Okay. We're all here for the actual figure, so we're not going to get too deep into the woods on that, or into the weeds on that. But suffice it to say, these open up somehow, and you put the little emblems in there. You guys get the idea there. And then he does have an extra little protective layer going on here. Let's see, it's like it's wrapped around with tape. Unfortunately, there's a pain in the tush. We'll get that taken care of here. Ever so gently. Alright, come on. Alright. We are free of our plastic prison, and we are looking pretty good. Another little piece of plastic hidden under there. And here we go. With Captain Planet, there is a nice looking face on our Planet Master going on there. Green hair, very bright, very colorful, just like it needs to be. I love the little hair swoop there at the front. Looks really good. Head moves all the way around, up and down. Yep. He does have that little kind of where you're going to lose it with the faceplate removal. So that's worth noting. It does kind of move around when you're trying to get it to go around, but it stays pretty good once you get it where you need to go. Let's check these arms. Arms go all the way around, up and down, and a little bit of swivel there. Not too much, not too little. Elbows, pinless, double jointed. Yep, double jointed. Very nice. Wrist move around, all the way around. Not too, yeah. So no real articulation past the spinning. Looks like a little bit of forward. Oh, no, you do have a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta get in the right position there. So plenty of movement there on the arms. Let's see. You do have some pretty good movement here. Looks like you got 3 spots of movement here, here, and here. Very nice. Pretty tight there, pretty tight there. Legs. Let's see. That's about it on the legs. So that seems to be as high as you're going on that leg. This leg looks like it's locked. Oh, no, there we go. That leg gets up a little higher. Okay, so that leg is up pretty high. There it goes. Okay, so they both do. You just got to work them a little bit. So legs go pretty good in a nice sitting position. Knees, pinless knees, double jointed as well. And ankles all the way around, up and down, side to side. Very cool. Okay. I mean, it's a dang good figure. A little slight. When we get this guy kind of posed out, we'll get some other figures to kind of give you an idea of scale, but pretty okay. Like, no problem at all. Let's go over the action of this faceplate thing. Let's see how that works, huh? Okay, so that just comes off, so I'm guessing this just pops off just like that, and then you replace the hair on whoever you want. We don't want to do a mean face. Here we go. So let's put the head back on. Let's see how that goes on. Hopefully nice and smooth. Yep, nice and smooth. Head goes on, right back on. Look at that. That is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no issue at all. I've got nothing to complain about. This figure rocks. This is great. This feels like it should. This feels kind of like, you know, a Bandai. This like the that I don't really have any Bandai, but I've messed around with a few of them, and this is kind of what it feels like. Just a higher end Bandai figure. I'm not sure if it scales with those or not, but this is great. Alright, well, so I'm going to go ahead and get him all posed out, build the stand, and bust out another figure or two to kind of give you an idea of scale, but I'm loving this. This is great. Alright, so here you have him standing next to a normal Star Wars Black Series 6-inch scale figure. You can see, Star Wars wise, it lines up pretty good. So that's kind of your idea of a normal 6-inch scale figure. But let's go ahead and get him next to a few other 90s friends that have kind of come out here recently with Ripper the Street Shark. And was it Mondo from Biker Mice from Mars? Obviously Mondo towers over both of them. Very much so in this case. So not so much with the Mondo figures. Or not the Mondo, but the Mondo. What's this guy? Modo, sorry. I think that's his name. But he does scale pretty fine here with the Street Shark, so you can have that little battle if you so choose. I think these guys could be friends in an alternate reality, so that works pretty well. As far as the action figure stand goes, super easy. Literally took me like, and I'm not exaggerating, like 2 seconds to put that together. Let's see how this works. Get him kind of flying here, hovering or whatever. Let's see how that works there. There you go. Just kind of a quick look. It's there. It's a thing. It's a thing. Maybe not a thing. I'll probably have to tighten the screws, but you get the idea. It'll stand up just fine. This is great. This is honestly really, really, really good. I'm super happy with this. Was very scared that I was never going to see this thing. It was just like, okay, I don't know, because it's just not a site I've ever bought from them. You say Amazon, Big Bad, Entertainment Earth, Hasbro Pulse, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm used to dealing with. So going outside of my comfort zone in this case was not a bad effort at all. And I guess I finally got me a really cool Captain America figure, so pretty happy about that. But at the end of the day, those are just my opinions, and I'm sure that you have yours, and I would love to hear about them in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day. But it is time to get on out of here. It's time to take the recycling bin to the road, and while we're there, we might just have to grab a drink and throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time. Look at that handsome devil. Really cool.